Everyone, and welcome to another video. I am sorry that this one is so late, but I want to make sure I got it out today. For this drawing, I drew Optimus Primal from Transformers Rise of the Beast. Now, Transformers Rise of the Beast was the first Transformer movie that I ever saw in theaters, so that was a cool thing. Anyways, I was very excited for this movie because at this point, I was deep into the franchise. I knew things, I knew characters. I was excited to see Air Razor and Optimus Primal and Tigertron and Cheetor and Rhinox, and it was so cool. So excited. And I was also very excited to see Bumblebee again because he had a similar design to what he had in Bumblebee 2018. So that was cool. Also very excited to see Optimus with his closer to G1 design. Very excited for that too. But on to the movie. Now, I don't always like the human characters in Transformer movies because it's just like they're just existing and I'm watching this for the Transformers. But I think her name is Elena? I think so. But her, I thought it was cool. I liked her because I was like, oh, she's an archaeologist, I believe, which is very similar to paleontology, which I like both. But anyways, they went to Peru, which I thought was cool because I'm Peruvian, and I was like, oh, cool, we're going to Peru. I will say I did not like Wheeljack's design. I'm not sure if it's worse than or better than his design in the Bayverse, because both, in my opinion alone, suck. Both of them suck. I don't like either one of them. He's just very un-Wheeljack, because in one of them, he's very scientist, which he is a scientist, but he's kind of more than that too. But then in this one, he's just so in tune with nature and just so relaxed and calm, which is just very un-Wheeljack of him. So I didn't like him very much. It's like a tiny thing, but I wish Optimus Primal had like blue helm, because pop of color, because his whole frame is just like grays and browns, which isn't bad. It's nice to have color, because Tigertron's the white with the black, and then he's got like blue, really just pops out. I don't know, but that's just me. I thought that the Maximal designs were top notch. I absolutely love them. I cried when Air Razor died. That was crushing for me. And when Bumblebee died, that was more heartbreaking for me. I was so sad because up to that point, I had not cried in a Transformer movie. So that was a first time for both of those things. But when I first watched the movie, I didn't know who Nightbird was. But when I rewatched it again years later, I knew who she was at that point later on. And I was like, oh man, her design is so cool. See her in the G1, and then in this one, that was so cool. Because also in the Cyberverse, her and RC look like the exact same but different colors. And then her and RC look kind of similar with their frame designs in the G1. But I liked how in this one, they were very different looking. I thought that was cool. But they kept most of her design stuff, which I thought was really cool too. Scourge is also very cool. He looked very menacing. And oh man, Unicron? That was intense. I thought he looked so cool though. He looked very much like how I had seen him in different things. I forgot where I've seen him from. There's an IDW comic, Unicron. That's where I've seen him. I don't know, I forgot that. Speaking of RC, I didn't just mention her, but I liked her design. She was red, which she isn't really red very often, but I thought that she still looked cool. And she had her visor, which is so cool, because she didn't have that in her old Transformers Bayverse design, which that design absolutely sucked. I will say that with no remorse at all. I don't like it. I don't like RC Chromia or Alita's designs in that movie, but that's just me. But I did like this one. She had her visor. I love how Optimus makes it a point to say, Bumblebee, you need to stop going to those drive-in movies, because I just love the idea that he'll just go up to drive-in movies and he'll just be sitting there and then just have all the lines from the movies and he'll use them. I just think that's so adorable. I also think it's cool how they mention Charlie, but they don't mention her by name, but he's mentioned. It was very interesting to see Optimus's growth throughout the movie. I thought that was very interesting because he had a very different perspective of humans at the beginning. Which, also speaking of the beginning, I wish that they had kept the cutscene where he was fighting, I'm pretty sure it was a Decepticon, which I don't remember what his name was, but I remember he was fighting him and he killed him brutally, but I get why they cut it, but that's just my little thought. But that's it for this one, guys. I hope you all have a blessed day, and peace out.